Hi, I'm Tuesday Dawkins, and I am one of the partners in Tarnished and Tattered. And I know everyone has some junk around their house that you think just needs to be thrown away, tossed, or pitched. But let me tell you, I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can do to make some pretty decor for your house with those items. We are going to do a window today where we're going to put a vinyl scripture on it so you can hang this on the wall. And so we're going to walk through the process. We're going to sand it down. Then we're going to clean the window, and I'm going to show you everything you need to do to get it ready to put on your wall. It's going to get loud here in a little bit. We're going to sand off all of the old paint and rough edges. Now normally we would do this kind of work outside, but it's kind of rainy and dreary outside, so we are doing it inside. Always wear protective eyewear when you're doing something like this. You can always decide if you like the patina of your paint of the wood, or you can stain it, or you can paint it a whole different color and then distress it later. It's entirely up to your liking, your color of your home, and what style you like. So before you're going to put your vinyl on, you've got to make sure your glass is completely dry and clean. Again, this window was salvaged out of a home that was putting in new windows. And a lot of times these just get thrown in the dumpster or the trash. Ahead of time, I made our vinyl and cut this out on a silhouette. So I'm going to get my scissors. If you're not sure what a silhouette or a cricket is, it's a machine that you hook up with your computer. You can program it to cut out any verse or pictures that you can purchase online. And then you can, with different fonts, write whatever you want or use some pre-made ones. So this is going to be my scripture that's going to be put on here. And then you use the top vinyl that we will cut to put on top of this. This is actually a lot of fun. It's very rewarding when you get the project done. This goes right on top. This is a scraper that smooths it all out and gets the air bubbles out. You can use this vinyl on the window. It works really great on windows, but it also will work on very smooth boards. You can use smaller pieces on bottles, metal. It's really limitless as to what you can do. Once you get going with this, you get very creative and you start thinking of new ideas that you want to do. So after you've got this smoothed out, you will peel off the paper backing very carefully so none of your letters come off. And we'll discard paper. I'm going to lay that sticky side up. Get my tape measure. And find the center of my mirror or window. This one's measuring 23.5 approximately. So we got right there. So kind of eye it visually. And then we take our, what they call a scraper, and we're going to smooth it out. Smooth it from the center. This is one step. So we have this as one step right now. Next step we will do is take off that top clear coat that we just put on that held it all together. And we use this weeding tool. And very carefully pull that back. Now we will start to do what they call weeding, where we are going to take the pieces off that are not our scripture. And this is where it gets just a little more tedious. Depending on the font, some fonts are very, very hard to work with. And just slowly work it away. I like to cut away the extra when I start to get some, because it will start to stick with the bottom part and pull some of that up. And this way I'll also be able to show you the first word as we get it. Get it free. After you've done this a couple of times, it gets, a lot easier. So some people might be looking and saying, I don't know if this is something I can do. For the vinyl, you would need to purchase the silhouette or the Cricut. And it takes some practice to get used to using them. But after you get used to it, it's a lot of fun. You get to tap into your own creativity and come up with your own ideas, and it becomes almost a challenge to see what else you can think of. The vinyl comes in different colors also, so you can do things for holidays. I use primarily a lot of the brown, white, and black, because those are your basic colors that people are gonna want. But they have a gold metallic and a red metallic, and they have some primary colors also. The way I get these windows is people have learned that I do this, so lots of times they'll contact me, or I will just kind of advertise that I'm looking to go picking, which is kind of like the American pickers, but my cousin and I, we do that, and we look for everything from galvanized to wood to old furniture, antiques, everything. We're not picky. We'll take them out of the house ourselves or pick them up. I'm sure you've seen television shows where people pick things up on the corner of the street, so we've been known to do that too. And this is coming along real well. We're getting to see what our design is. It's just time consuming. This is another reason why you want to make sure your work area that you're going to be working on is so clean, because this will not stick if the area is dirty or wet. This is going to look really nice once we get it all picked off. So it'll be up against probably, a white or cream wall in someone's house, and the brown lettering will show up. You need good lighting so you can see where your lines are. When we get this one finished, I will show you something you can do with a window to make it into a picture frame. We're almost done. Then you can go back and get inside your letters. And you just find the edge, and you take the weeder here and you grab a hold of a piece so you can pull that out. Windows are great also for making chalkboards, and I have one of those to show you. The chalkboards are very, very popular, and they're you can make so many different designs, and with the windows, different colors, and the chalkboard just lasts for forever. Again, limitless possibilities. So when you have the machine that cuts your own vinyl, you can have your family name and personalize everything. What I really like about repurposing is that we're not throwing everything away. We are actually making something beautiful out of something that was discarded and thrown away. We can also relay that to our own lives sometimes. Make something beautiful out of something we thought was not so good in our own life. See that God is within her, she will not fall. And that is how it's done with the vinyl. These are a couple of examples of the older windows. Some will have 4 panes, 6 panes. If you're lucky, you'll find one with 8 panes. Sometimes they come in really bad condition where the caulking is starting to fall out, and that's fine. You just want to secure it with a real strong glue so that those panes don't fall out on you. Here's a solid pane like what we did earlier with the scripture, God is within her, she will not fall. This would be a solid pane. Then this one here has a nice other side to it. So when I do this one, I'm going to keep this side as my color. I really like the brownish red tone to it. And I might stain it to get it even darker on the edges. So you have all kinds of possibilities with these windows. Whether you want to stay with the patina, stain, repaint, and you have both sides of which side you would like the best. So endless opportunities, endless possibilities. Just be creative and imaginative, and whatever you like, whatever fits in your home, and you'll have a lot of fun with it.